Did you know that the #1 cause of death in the United States is heart disease? If you would have asked me 2 years ago what the leading cause of death is in America, I would have guessed cancer. But actually, it's heart disease. And February is National Heart Health Month. So today we are focusing all about heart health. I know that typically I come on here and I share my plant-based life with you and recipes, but this hits very close to my heart, pun intended, because heart disease runs very heavily in my family, and it's something that at one point I just believed it would affect me. I believed that I didn't have a choice, that it was hereditary, and that it was something that I was going to have to probably deal with in my later years in life. And finding the nutritarian lifestyle has led me to believe that that is just not true. So we're going to dive in and go through 5 ways that you can prevent heart disease. Let's go. I thought about how I wanted to do this video. I want you to have all the essential facts, but I am obviously not a doctor, so I don't want to stand on here and give you medical advice or treatment advice on heart disease. So I'm going to rely on somebody who is qualified to give you that advice, and we are going to listen to Dr. Fuhrman. He is the creator of the nutritarian lifestyle. He has reversed heart disease in so many of his patients because it all comes down to what we put in our bodies. So I'm going to let him take it from here.
I'm going to give you 5 easy steps that you can dramatically lower your risk of heart attacks and strokes. And can you imagine if people followed these 5 steps? We'd be seeing cancer rates drop. We'd see heart attack rates almost cease to exist. So here's the start. Number 1, I want everybody to eat a large salad at least once a day as a main dish. Can you do that? Can you eat a salad at least once a day? Because raw vegetables have been shown to have dramatic protections against all types of cancer. And green vegetables in particular, eaten raw, have dramatic, powerful effects to prevent the development of atherosclerosis. They inhibit development of plaque. And the better you chew them in your salad, the more benefits you get. All right, number 2, the second principle, is I want you to eat at least an ounce of raw nuts and seeds a day, somewhere between 1 and 3 ounces of nuts and seeds a day. Nuts and seeds show dramatic protection against sudden cardiac death. For example, in the Physician's Health Study, people who ate nuts and seeds 3 times a week or more had a 60% reduced rate of sudden cardiac death. Dramatic enhancements in lifespan shown in multiple studies. And here's one other fact you should consider, is that people eating flax seeds and chia seeds and sesame seeds containing lignans have shown to reduce death rate from breast cancer in women who have breast cancer by over 71% over a 10-year study. So this is something people should do every day. Eat some nuts and seeds every day. And what I do and teach is that people blend them in a blender with some other food, with tomato sauce, with an orange, with some lemon, with some vinegar, and make delicious salad dressings out of nuts and seeds. So you're eating that salad anyway, might as well put some nut and seed-based dressing on top instead of oil. The third step is I want everybody to eat some beans every single day. A half a cup of beans, a cup of beans. In other words, beans are the carbohydrate food with the highest amount of slowly digestible starches, meaning that their carbohydrate calories are absorbed very slowly over 3 to 4 hours, not over a half an hour like high glycemic carbohydrates. Also, beans contain a large amount of resistant starch, which means those carbohydrates are resistant to enzymatic degradation, which means they're converted into short-chain fatty acids so far down in the digestive tract that their calories are lost, pass through us into the toilet bowl. So beans are lower in calories, they're lower in glycemic effects, they're high in nutrients, especially a compound called IP5, inositol pentachous phosphate, which has powerful effects to protect against heart disease and cancer. You know it must be so protective. It's 26 letters long. It must be great, right? The fourth principle is that I want people to eat a nice serving of cooked greens, like lightly steamed or wok greens every day, like Brussels sprouts or artichokes or string beans or broccoli, with mushrooms or onions in the dish. So I want you to eat mushrooms and onions, and we're talking about cooked mushrooms, because cooked mushrooms contain some features. They're called aromatase inhibitors and angiogenesis inhibitors, factors that prevent heart disease and powerful effects to protect cancer. So use those onions for the organosulfide compounds, use those mushrooms for those salient protective features against cancer, and use those cooked greens as well as the raw salad to add a lot of the low-caloric, low-glycemic, high-protein vegetables in your diet. And the fifth step you should take to prevent heart disease, and cancer too, of course, is to eat at least 3 fresh fruits a day, and especially try to consume some berries, some cherries, or pomegranates. Berries, cherries, and pomegranates are so rich in anthocyanins and polyphenols that they have those high levels of those nutrients means their glucose is absorbed more slowly. They're very low glycemic. They promote the growth of good bacteria in the gut that actually slow the glycemic effect of other foods eaten with the berries or the pomegranate. And they also are so rich in nutrients that they have powerful effects to protect the brain against aging, to protect the blood vessels, and to protect against cancer. This becomes a no-brainer. Why not have a heart attack, not have a stroke, not be stuck in a nursing home, hooked up to equipment or unable to care for yourself the rest of your life? And why get in a condition so your health gets so bad that your relatives and your children have to take care of you in your later years? You want to fully live life every year you live. So modern nutritional science has made incredible advances in recent years, and I hope that you take advantage of this information. Get off the couch, get to the grocery store, take the effort, learn this information, learn how great it can taste, and get started right now.
Thanks for joining us today. I hope that you got something great out of this video. I will be back next week with recipes on healthy Girl Scout cookies. So we will be getting back to the normal format next week, but I could not let Heart Health Month pass us by without talking about it. All right, love you guys. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.